Waffles here. This video is going to give you a little bit of advice so that you can try and improve your kill-death ratio in Battlefield 1. It's no secret that if you're playing Battlefield, you're playing the objective. But if you're running into battle and just dying over and over and over again, you're obviously not going to enjoy yourself and you'll find it much more grueling to secure a win. So, today, I'm going to look at a few tips that, although they might sound simple, might help you rethink the way you play and ease you into the fight. Step 1 is to really pay attention to the locations around you that you could use for cover if the need arises. Sure, this game is full of destruction, but you're still safer behind a wall that could be destroyed than you would be out in the open. It doesn't matter if it's a building, a fence, a rock, it could be a sand dune you're standing on, it could be the teammate in front of you. Whatever it is, use cover to protect yourself as much as you can. Step 2 is to bear in mind that, sure, cover for you is great, but cover for the enemy, not so much. So, in Battlefield, like I said, most stuff will crumble under the right conditions, and you can really get creative with the way you make that happen. In the gameplay here, I'm using some explosives to blow up tanks and things like that. You could use those on buildings as well, by all means. Or, if you're in a tank, you've got more options. You could direct your fire towards a building and hope that any enemies in there don't sneak out before you hit your shots. Or, you could drive through the damn building and run them over. I know which option I would pick in that situation. There are plenty of other options as well, all sorts of other vehicles you can use, just loads and loads of stuff. Also, it sounds obvious, but be wary of sprinting around everywhere. It takes a few extra milliseconds to get your gun up and aim if you're mid-sprint, so if you're going in a building that is pretty spooky and you don't know what's inside, or you're going around an unknown corner, it's always worth slowing down and getting yourself ready for a fight, just in case something jumps out at you. It's also worth continually assessing which class you should be playing, so obviously in close quarters, shotguns are great. That's a no-brainer. But if the fighting moves away from that close quarters area and into somewhere a bit more open, switch to scout, switch to support, change the way you play in order to adapt to the needs of your team. So, those are a few basic tips to help you guys keep your KDs up in game. It's worth remembering though that at the end of the day, even if you do have to drop a couple extra deaths, the W, the objective, the win should be your priority. Have fun on the battlefield, everyone. I've been Mr. Ruffle Waffles, and I'll see you next time.
Shining bright above you, my breezes seem to whisper.
Somebody!
Stay nighty night.
Hold, man! Hold your ground!
We came from all over the world. So many of us thinking this war would be our rite of passage, our great adventure. Let me tell you, it was no adventure. New killing machines, like the tank, changed the shape of the war overnight. Luckily, they were mostly on our side. Mostly.
Our boys in the church are overrun! We need to push through! PBI are counting on us! Use the M&G! Sweep the ground! Keep going, driver! That's our flyboys up there! Keep your eyes on the ground, son! They're moving in from the trenches! Use that machine gun! Put them down! We've got them on the run! Push on! Forward! For Canaan's country! We'll chase Fritz all the way back to Berlin! Welcome to the report! We're just a big fat target for that thing! Move, driver! Go around! If you get a clear shot on that blasted wheel gun, you take it! Hold on! We're pushing through! Stay focused, men! Push on, damn it! Pull them through! Fire at anything that moves! We're gonna make it! Shit! Incoming!
Instead of adventure, we found fear. And in war, the only true equalizer is death. They push, we push. Every once in a while, we push hard enough that the light breaks through the clouds, and a world beyond the war glimmers, just out of reach. The war is the world, and the world is the war. But behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people. We are the jaded, and we are the naive. We are the honorable and the criminal. We are the bound for legend and the lost to history. We are the knights of the sky, the ghosts in the desert, and the rats in the mud. These are our stories. Before I got to Europe, I had never seen an aeroplane in real life. High above, they twisted and turned like flocks of birds dancing. There was a romance surrounding pilots.